Many things go into making you a successful English learner. Developing habits will go a long way to helping you improve your English. In today's video, let's talk about the 5 daily habits that you can incorporate into your English study. Are you guys ready to find out those 5 daily habits to help you become a successful English learner? If so, then let's get into it. Get your day started right by listening to something in English. It can be a YouTube video, a podcast, or even the news. The most important thing for you is to get some English listening in daily. Every morning before I get started for work, I usually have the world news on in the background, or I'm either catching up on some sports highlights or news from the day before. You can do the same thing with English listening, and you don't have to take up a lot of time either. How about try combining your English listening with something that you already have to do in the morning? Do you have a long commute? Then how about listening to an audiobook in English? If you have some work to do around the house before you leave for work, then how about listening to English while you do it? Make it a habit to combine your work activity with English, and this way it'll always be a part of your morning routine. This will make it easy for you to do without you having to think too hard about when you're going to get some English listening in. The next thing that you can do is start an English language journal about your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to be long. You can just talk about anything interesting that you did that day. Try to get down a few simple sentences in your own words, and then you can always expand it as you get better. This is going to be a good way for you to get better at English writing, as well as for you to learn English sentence structure a little bit better too. It's also just in general a great way for you to get your thoughts down on paper in English without that added pressure of an actual conversation. If you don't mind sharing, you can also show your journal to another English-speaking friend, an English teacher, or someone that's learning English just like you. Have them look at your journal and correct you. To practice your speaking, you can also read that journal out loud to them so you can get even more feedback. Once you get feedback and those corrections, you're going to be able to start building up a bank of vocabulary and phrases that you can use once you get into real conversations yourself. I started off writing very simple sentences when I first got to Japan, and when I go back and look at where I started from to where I am now, you can really notice the difference. So I think this will be a big help for you in English as well. So just start off writing some simple things of some interesting things that happen to you on a daily basis. The key is just to start somewhere and then improve little by little as you go along. Nowadays, we're always on social media anyways, so how about you use social media to help you learn English? How about finding some interesting people that you can follow that use English? This way, you'll be learning about topics that you already like, but it will just be in English. You'll be able to see how real English is written and spoken. You will also find out how real English speakers are using English now. You will probably learn a lot of new phrases or slang that are going to be really useful when you get into real conversations. Social media is also a great way for you to practice your writing as well. How about you try leaving a comment in English on a social media page that you really like? It can be easier than speaking in person, so you'll be able to control your nerves a little more. And who knows, maybe you'll get some replies to those comments, which can end up leading to a friendship down the line. There are so many social media platforms that you can choose from, so find one that you really like and leave a comment from time to time. Make social media work for you. Say, for example, you can set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes and make this your social media time, but make sure that during this time, your social media time is done through English. And this is going to lead us into the next tip. Immersion is a way for you to focus on real world English, practice your speaking, and learn real, natural English. Give yourself a break from trying to just learn isolated vocabulary or grammar. How about give yourself time for immersion in English by learning something cultural? If you are interested in Hollywood movies, for example, how about searching out information about the movies that you're interested in English? You can put on your headphones, take a walk, and learn all about it in English. And instead of just looking it up in your native language, do the whole process in English. You'll be able to see how real people speak. You can also understand different words or phrases that are used with certain topics. The good thing about immersion is that you can control the environment. You can take the time and really focus in on how much or how little it is that you learn. And by doing this while you're walking, you'll be able to get out in the fresh air, stimulate yourself while you're learning something in English. And since you're already going to be out walking while you do this step, how about this next tip? If you do come across someone, even if you feel shy, how about try speaking to them? The only way to get better at speaking is by actually speaking. Everyone won't be comfortable at first, but you will become comfortable the more that you do it. You won't know how much English you really know if you never take the chance to actually try using it. It doesn't even have to be a lot. You can just start small with something that you know and then little by little work your way up to bigger and bigger conversations. And just like any other skill that you have, speaking is a skill that can be trained. When I first started driving as a 15-year-old, I would be so nervous or panicky about making a simple lane change or making a turn. And this is something that when it comes to rush hour traffic in Los Angeles, I wouldn't even think twice about today. Speaking skills in English are no different. We all have to start somewhere. How about trying some small talk the next time you're out? Simple things like the weather or a sporting event can spark up a small conversation. The most important thing to remember here is don't worry about making mistakes. The mistakes that you do make, you'll be able to learn from them, and most people aren't going to correct you on simple mistakes as long as they can understand what you're saying. So get out there and try to speak a little each day. The more that you do it, the easier it'll become. Okay, if you have made it this far, what habit are you interested in trying out first? How about leave me a comment below? I would really like to know. And if you got any benefit from this video at all, how about share this with someone else that you think this would help? And if you're interested in learning any more English with me, click on this video right here that's popping up on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you.